Okay. Scott, are you out there?
And so everyone, just give me one quick moment.
Hmm. Oh, here he is.
Norma, I'm going to sign out and I'll make you host. So you should be able to see everyone to open up breakout rooms.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And you are now host, so you can let everyone in and open up the breakout rooms.
Okay,
Norma, can you make us co-host also?
yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Let me know when we're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. If I remember correctly, then Scott McCrum was the first one in line.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So what did you want to get done this morning, Scott?
I'd like to confer with CTD on both Janie Alejo and Carlos Garcia.
Okay. Norma, can you put him in a breakout room then?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, Scott, both of your clients were here, right?
Well, Carlos Garcia is custody and Janie Alejo should be logged on. I sent her the link a little bit ago.
Okay.
Thank
Mr.
you.
McCrum, yeah,
Yes.
Mr. McCrum, go to breakout room number 2.
Thank you.
Okay. And then Norma, who is the second one?
Bob Hicks.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm just fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. And what did you want to get done this morning, Mr. Hicks?
I would like to confer with Marcus Sanders. We were talking last time. And there's a possibility of being able to resolve this morning.
Okay, great. All right. Norma will get you in a breakout room when he's available, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And is your client here this morning? He's in jail, right? And has he?
Yeah, he doesn't have much choice.
Right.
Actually, he does have a choice.
They may not always get him online. I don't know. I don't know if he's listening this
All
morning.
right.
So
She's pretty good about that, though. So
okay. Is she? Do you know if he's in the courtroom or?
she is at the jailhouse, I think. Her name is
Oh, it's
Jolene Gallegos.
Jolene Gallegos. Okay. You think that she's at the courthouse or?
I believe she's in the jail. They didn't tell me she was at the
Judge,
courthouse.
she's on Zoom.
She's on.
Okay.
Zoom. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right. See you. Let me know what's happening after you confer. All right. With regard to trial settings and such? When are we resetting for if people need a setting for trial or something?
It'll be 30 days, Judge.
Oh, 30 days. And then this is just because I want to know, are they going to start having trials in the courtroom, like in-person proceedings?
We'll set it for a trial date, Judge. We have some trial dates that are set already. It probably won't be in the year.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Who's next?
Pat Montgomery.
All right. Thank you. Mr.
Hello,
Mon-
Judge.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
I have Dane Cortez. He and I have been texting this morning. He might be in a waiting room or he might still be trying to figure out Zoom. If that's the case, I'll patiently sit and wait for him to arrive.
And tell me what you said his name is Dane Cortez. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Cortez, can you hear us? Are you out there? Okay, I guess we're going to have to wait for him to join us, and
I'll do it,
then
Your Honor.
what do you want to get done today, Pat?
Well, I figure anytime I'm in court, I always talk to the prosecutor just to see where their head's at.
Okay. Do
That's
you want?
mine, Judge.
Hi,
Okay.
Caitlin.
All right.
Morning,
well,
Pat.
do you two want to go ahead and get in a breakout room and confer?
Sure.
I'll do it. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Go ahead and go to breakout room 4.
All right, Norma, who's next?
Phyllis.
I'm sorry.
Phyllis Beal. Where's she at?
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, hi, Phyllis.
Okay, Judge, I've already conferred with, this is an MTR. I've already conferred with Marcos and I've also conferred with the probation officer. I think we have an agreement and I've already signed a form for it to be allowed to be on Zoom. They're not asking for revocation. And I just need to go in, she's, Vanessa Thatcher is in jail. I just need to go over, I guess.
Do you want to get in a breakout room with
Yeah,
her?
just for a minute or two to explain to her what's going to happen.
Okay. All right, Norma, if you could get Phyllis in a breakout room with her client, Vanessa Thatcher, and she's in jail.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, who's next?
Scott. It'll be Scott Hill.
Okay, great.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, Judge. Judge, I have a Samuel Farias or Farias. I'm not sure how to pronounce
Okay.
that. It's an MTR. I just need to confer with somebody from CTD. There was a sealed case last time I was here 2 weeks ago, so I just need to confer about that.
Okay. So you're gonna get in a breakout room with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see if Norma can put you in one.
Go to 6, Scott.
Thank you.
Hmm. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, who's next?
It's Robert.
Brabach?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Brabach, are you out there?
Ma'am, good morning, Judge.
Morning, how are you?
I've received the PSI. I'm ready anytime Mr. Cardenas is in jail. So
Okay. Are y'all gonna send me a copy of the PSI?
I sent it this morning, Judge.
You did? Okay,
Yes.
let me look for it real quick. Okay, I've got it here.
Good morning, Judge. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Good morning. May I approach your Honor?
I'm just kind of looking at this PSI to take it up in a second. So can you wait?
I'll wait. All
Okay,
right.
all
Thank
right. Uh-huh. All right, Mr. Brabach, I've had a chance to review the PSI. I wonder if this is the tab.
Yes, ma'am, I attached the PSI.
Have you had a chance? I'm sorry?
I was just letting you know I attached the PSI tab and
see.
the felony drug court.
Okay. What was the third thing you said?
Felony drug court. At one point, I guess, I don't know if it was Judge Boyd or the ADAs requested a felony drug court evaluation, and they would not accept it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Are both sides ready to proceed, or are they still?
We are.
You are? Okay. Okay, can I have on your client, Mr. Cardenas, is he online? Can he hear us?
I can hear you. Okay.
All right. Let me get the cause number real quick. All right. The court will take up cause number 2021 CR 8400W, the state of Texas versus Anthony George Cardenas. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Robert Braubach for Anthony Cardenas.
All right, and Mr. Cardenas, you can hear us, right?
I think you have the wrong one. I'm Jason Anthony.
Okay, well, we're doing something involving Anthony George Cardenas, is my understanding. Is he online?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Okay, since it's not you, then we're counsel.
Judge, it looks like they're just setting up his case, his seat.
Yeah, he's sitting down. He's CH6.
Hello. Can you hear them? No. You can hear them? No. Okay, now I think I can. Hello.
Is that you, Mr. Cardenas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You were present in court. I'm not sure what date that was. Can someone give me the date that he entered his plea?
It was September 17th, Judge.
All right, thank you. So Mr. Cardenas, back on September 17th, you entered a plea to the charge of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, a PSI and a TAP evaluation were ordered, and you were also evaluated for the drug court program. I've had a chance to review those documents. Counsel, have you had a chance to review them also?
I have.
And are there any additions, deletions, corrections, or comments with regard to the PSI or anything further with regard to the issue of sentencing?
I'd like to just say that Mr. Cardenas has been in custody since May 17th. I think his attitude is much better. Outset. He has good family support. Both of his sisters called me this morning. His mother's in close contact. He has a place to live, probation, and for employment. I don't think he's employed at this time, but he told me that he has good prospects. And I think more community service would be good for
him. State, would you please tell me what the terms of the plea agreement are?
Yes, Judge. The plea on count 1 was to 6 years TDC. The state was silent to the defendant's application.
6 years TDC? You
Yes,
cut
Judge.
out. You cut out. So what I heard. Okay, whoever is talking, would you mute, please? State, would you please start over? I heard 6 years TDC.
Yes, Judge. It's 6 years TDC. The state is silent on his applications.
All right.
And there are 4 cases being taken into consideration.
Okay.
As well as any theft vehicle submitted under the same case number.
Can I have those 4 cause numbers that are being TIC'd?
Yes, Judge. The first is NightMag 614628.
Okay.
The second, County Court Cause 662928.
Okay.
County Court Cause 662929.
Okay.
And Cause 662930.
And what were those charges? Like, what's the nightmare case? What kind of case is that?
It's a PG1 case, Judge.
Okay, and then the other three, what are they?
Was, looks like we've already closed those. It was resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, firearm, and evading arrest.
Thank you. All right, I reviewed the TAP as well. It looks like their recommendation is for safe P. What do you say about that, counsel?
Which I think also as the report says, he's motivated for treatment. He needs some outpatient treatment. I think with some outpatient treatment and more community service.
Based on these, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm asking if he's motivated for treatment because he really realizes the severity of the issue of his.
I think he does.
Being recommended, and
he's told me that he's very aware of it and follow your rules, whatever.
So he's willing to go to Safe P and engage in that program. So he really gets something out of it. Counsel, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. The question I have for your client, Mr. Cardenas, is the recommendation was for Safe P. And is he on board with going to that inpatient? It's a lockdown facility, so we got to finish it. Halfway house, then come back to San Antonio. Is he on board for that?
Cardenas?
I didn't understand the response.
Told me that he is.
Oh, okay. And how long would that be for?
Well, the inpatient portion is 6 months, if I remember correctly. Probation officer, Ms. Reyes, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And then I believe the halfway house is 3 months. Then you come back to San Antonio and you continue with outpatient treatment here at that point.
On probation after that?
Oh, yeah, then you continue on your probation for whatever period of time it was ordered.
Okay, no, I'm not on board with that.
Okay, then at this point, I will follow the plea agreement that you've entered into with the state. I'm going to assess punishment at 6 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Justice. I will take into consideration cause numbers NIGHTMAG 614628, County Court cases 662928, 662929, and 662930. You will, of course, be given credit for any time that you have already served. Is there anything further from either side?
Oh, ma'am.
Nothing from the state, Judge.
All right, very well. I'll remand you back to the custody of the sheriff.
That's it.
Are we done with him, Judge? Does he need to speak with his attorney or anything?
Counsel, did you need to confer any further with your client?
See you, Judge.
Okay, good to see you too. All right. Bob, what's going on?
We've reached an agreement. I'm just waiting for the paperwork to come through.
Okay, well then
The
just.
cases are going to be resolved by 12:44. Meanwhile, the 436th is calling and wanting to know why I'm not there.
Well, I mean, you can go, but just make
And
sure.
I'm going to go do that and come back if that's possible.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
See you
welcome.
soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Mr. Hicks, make sure you bring back your client to the main room. Don't leave her in the breakout room.
Do what?
Bring back your client to the main
To the
room.
main
Don't leave her in the, yeah, don't leave her in the breakout room by herself, please.
Okay. I don't know how to move anybody.
Go back and just tell her to come to the main room, to leave the breakout room. Just tell her to leave
Okay.
the breakout room. Thank you.
Put me back into. Oh, wait, I know.
Back.
Join breakout.
Hey, Marcus.
Phyllis, what's going on?
Judge, I think we've worked everything out. I think she signed the paper so that it can be done by Zoom. And I think it probably has gone back to y'all. So if that has happened, I think we're probably ready.
And is it a plea, Phyllis? I forgot what we were
No,
doing.
it's an MTR. And
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see.
I conferred with Marcos already, and I think he has all the conditions that he wants changed. And I think he's planning to keep her on probation, and this was the recommendation of the probation officer as well.
May I address the court?
Yes.
Judge, Mr. Cortez, Dane Cortez has joined the meeting. He's appeared. But I've determined in talking to Caitlin that Mr. Cortez has some active warrants. So I'll need to talk to Mr. Cortez about those. Ms. Wilkes intends to file a motion to increase the bond amount in the case before the court today. But of course, that's not yet filed and he's not yet in custody. So I guess what I'm asking is, can I be excused and I'll talk to Mr. Cortez over the telephone? I guess we can't do anything with this case today since he's a fugitive.
Oh, good point. Does he not intend to?
I don't think he knows it. I think it probably is going to be as big of a surprise to him as it was to me. Maybe not. I don't know.
But I mean, did he know he was set today?
Oh, he did. Yes, Your Honor. Remember when you called Docket, I said, I just talked to him. I'm trying to get him onto this Zoom meeting. And he finally poked his way into it on the Zoom, but we can't do anything.
And he's here, Judge, right now.
Okay. And so you can't do anything because he's got outstanding warrants and new cases, or what was that? Was that
Indeed,
it?
Your Honor. I see Caitlin nodding affirmatively.
Yes, there is a new case coming to us that he picked up while on bond. Therefore, that's the reason for us filing that motion.
All right.
And we couldn't work anything out on the case before the court, not only because he's a fugitive, but because there's a new case that they're waiting on a C&D report from the detective.
All right. Go ahead and get your reset then.
Thank you,
Judge,
Your Honor.
Judge, he also has a pretrial service violation report that was filed with the court. I think that's.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'll have a look at that also.
I'll call him right now as soon as I leave this meeting, Judge.
Okay. Very good.
Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
I want to get this one MTR done, please, so we can get back on track, and then I'll talk to whoever's waiting.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Okay, on that Thatcher case, Phyllis, I have the consent to appear on video conference, but I really would appreciate finding a copy of the MTR. I'm not sure if I have that or not.
I'll send that to you right now.
Thank you. Oh, here it is, I think. that's not it. Okay.
I just sent it, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Here we go. Okay, are both sides ready then to proceed on State of Texas versus Vanessa Thatcher?
I am, Your Honor.
State?
Marcus is the one I conferred with.
Okay. Marcus? Is he in a breakout room or something?
I have no idea.
Let me,
He is, Judge. He's in breakout room number 2.
Is it something I can help with, Judge?
Yeah, we want to do the MTR on Vanessa Thatcher.
Oh, okay. Let me find out the agreement real quick, Judge.
Thank you.
I believe that Jolene Gallegos is in breakout room 2. That's where I was with her, and they put me in 3, and there's nobody there.
I'll have to hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Judge. Would you like me to send all the MTRs in one email, or do you want me to do individual by name?
It really is fine either way. As soon as, if you send them all together, I'll just flag it as soon as it gets here so I can find them when I need them. So,
Okay,
either-
so I'm gonna do that then.
okay, thank you. Is anyone back from the state able to help us do Vanessa Thatcher's MTR?
I believe Marcus was going to add ISO.
Judge, I think Hunter's still with Marcus in breakout room 2.
Okay.
Okay, Judge, I have the information. Miss Beal, which violation?
I would, the violation that says she failed to do a drug test.
Okay. All right, Judge, I'm ready whenever.
Okay, thank you. All right. The court will take up cause number 2020 CR 5475, the state of Texas versus Vanessa Thatcher. Thatcher. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Let's Beal for the defense.
Thank you. And Ms. Thatcher, can you hear the proceedings?
She's muted.
Was that Ms. Thatcher responding?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Are you the same Vanessa Thatcher who in cause number 2020 CR 5475 was found guilty of the offense of robbery, and you were placed on probation by the court on the 22nd day of October 2020 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
A motion to revoke your community supervision has been filed. Are you able to read the allegation that you're proceeding on? Because there's 2 number 2s. So I don't know which one.
Yes, Judge. Hopefully it doesn't break up. On or about the 3rd day of March 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Vanessa Thatcher, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
To that violation of condition number 2, ma'am, how do you plead? True or not true?
She's muted again.
Ms. Thatcher?
True.
All right. Are you waiving the other violations, State?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Ms. Thatcher, do you understand that based on your, first of all, what was the underlying sentence on this robbery?
4 years, Judge.
4 years, all right. Ms. Thatcher, do you understand that based on your plea of true alone? That would be, okay. Next, please, do you understand that based on your plea of to that?
She's muted again.
The court revoked community supervision and sentenced you to 4 years in the institutional.
Judge, you're breaking up, so I didn't get any of that.
Sure.
Yes.
Understanding that, then, do you still wish to enter your plea of true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What is the agreement?
Judge, we'd ask this court to deny and continue on supervision, but to alter and amend the conditions to include supervision of ISP.
All right. Is that the agreement, counsel?
Believe it.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is all that other noise? Who is that?
It's the background where Miss Thatcher is.
Oh, I see. So, Ms. Thatcher, when you're not speaking, keep your mic on mute. And then when you need to respond, which I'm going to be talking to you in just a second, then unmute yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Counsel, I'll address to you, but if you need your client to respond, then let her know. But I want to know what the problem with her submitting to drug testing.
Your Honor, I suspect that it has to do with financial issues. Her mother has just had open heart surgery last Friday, and her mother's been sick for quite some time. And so I know the family does not have a lot of money. And I realize that whatever the amount of money it is when somebody goes for drug testing, it's probably wouldn't be a lot to many people, but it possibly is a lot to them.
Ms. Thatcher, can you hear me? And can you also respond to my question? Why didn't you go for drug testing?
I didn't go to drug testing because I didn't have a way to get there.
Yes, sir.
You don't know how to ride the bus or anything? You have a friend that can take you or nothing?
Well, now I do.
What about not reporting in April and May? What was happening with your ability to report?
My mom's been sick since last year, and she just recently had open heart surgery, and so
you couldn't report?
Excuse me?
You couldn't report because your mom had open heart surgery?
No, she's been sick. She was sick for a while, but now she's in a nursing home, and now she's doing, a lot better. So now I can report, because I don't have her with me anymore.
Yes, I did, sir. That's where we were at when.
You have a job?
No, I received Social Security.
Missed that. And
because of the medication that they have.
and you didn't report. You haven't been reporting for a while. I mean, even reporting by Zoom doesn't even require you to leave the house. I don't understand why you can't report as the court has ordered.
I'm sorry, but I just, worried about my mom and stuff. It was really hard, but now that she's in, the proper care that she needs to be in, I can do everything that I'm supposed to now.
You know what? Here's the thing. I sympathize about your mom, but that's not going to be a reason for not to comply with the conditions of your probation. If you cannot report, and you don't take the drug test, then the court does not need to supervise you. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a tap done on this case?
I'm gonna check, Judge.
Thank you.
The tap was done, but it has expired. At that time, substance abuse treatment was not recommended.
Okay, well, let's do this. I mean, she's not going for her UA, so we don't really know what the status of that issue is. So I'm going to go ahead and go along partially with the agreement that you've entered into. I'm going to deny the motion to revoke, continue on probation. Altering and amending for intensive supervision is a good idea. Zero tolerance with regard to misreporting or missed UA. So if she's not going to report, just file the MTR and we're done. Okay, because this isn't going to work. Would you please also include weekly UA for 1 month? And if they're good, but if she either misses or tests positive or does a dilute, any weird result there, then do an updated tap, and she is to follow the recommendations. Okay, anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Nothing from the defense.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Ms. Thatcher, I'm gonna send you to room number 10, okay?
Norma, who's next?
Judge, it was Hiku was next.
Okay.
It looks like she might be, let's see if she's gonna break up.
No, you know what? I just got back.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing with your client today, HQ?
Judge, he has an MTR and we've already worked it out. I was emailing Tom, but I don't see him here. So I just want to let Hunter know that I've already forwarded that thread to him. Is he here?
Hunter.
Anyway, okay. And I've already, there you are. Okay, so.
And are we talking about Javier Doxy?
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe the paperwork is done. It's just the consent for video conference anyway, but.
Okay, so y'all are ready to proceed?
Yes.
Yes, Judge, it would appear so.
Hold on.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
You said it was Doxy.
Ms. Thatcher, please go to room 10.
Did I get that MTR, Rebecca, on Doxy?
Yes, ma'am. I believe I sent them all.
Okay.
If you're missing it, I can add that one.
I'm getting, you know, there's like 4 in Cardenas. Tristan Everett. I don't see the name on anything that you sent me.
On the side, on the, when you scroll down, it should be like towards the end.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, I do see it. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was looking at those little squares. Okay. All right. So is everyone ready to take up Javier Dante Doxy?
Yes, we are. I'm ready, Judge.
Stay ready, Judge.
And can Mr. Doxy hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right, thank you. All right, the court will take up cause number 2019 CR 9540, the state of Texas versus Javier Dante Doxy. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Hunter Morris for the state.
EQ Lee for the defense.
Thank you. Same Javier Dante Doxy, who in cause number 2019 CR 9540 was placed on deferred adjudication probation for the offense of arson of a habitation. Is that you? Mr. Doxy?
To unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
All right, and you were placed on probation on December 13th of 2019 for a period of 6 years. A motion to enter an adjudication of guilt and revoke your community supervision has been filed. State, would you mind reading the allegation that we're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Xavier Dante Doxy, did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of September 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
All right. To that violation of condition number 5, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
All right. Are you waiving the other state?
Yes, Judge.
That arson, what is the range of punishment on that?
Judge, I believe it is a first degree.
All right, thank you. Mr. Doxy, based on your plea of true, the court could enter a finding of guilt and revoke your community supervision. You could be sentenced to a term of 99 years or life in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and receive up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that that is what could possibly happen to you here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding that then, do you still wish to enter your plea of true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Then what is it?
We'd ask this court to deny the MTR, continue on supervision, but alter and amend the conditions to include ISF, the state ISF cognitive track, followed by 180 days ISP.
Is that the agreement, counsel?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. Also in exchange, a dismissal on the criminal trespass. Case number 670838.
That's my understanding, Judge.
What's the situation on that criminal trespass? Where is he trespassing?
Your Honor, he went to go pick up some stuff at his ex's house. And so there's other things that have led both of us to believe that the ISP cognitive would be in his best interest.
Okay, is there a, we're dismissing that criminal trespass today for a plea on the other one. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. I'm going to find that it's true that you violated condition number 5. I'm going to deny the motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. Continue on your deferred, alter and amend for state ISF cognitive track. Upon completion there, 180 days of intensive supervision. And of course, you are to continue complying with the other conditions of your deferred. And the court will dismiss County Court Case 670830. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing
Nothing
further.
from the state, Judge.
All right, very well. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Yeah. Who's next, Norma?
It would be Alma.
Alma, okay. Are you out there still? Alma Benavides?
Judge, this is Scott Hill. Can I approach with something real quick?
Yes.
I've conferred with Meredith. Judge, we'd like to recall this to Wednesday. There's some things that we'd both like to get done, making some calls. And we think we can get the MTR done on Wednesday if we can recall it for that.
Okay, that's fine with me.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. May I approach on something as well?
Judge, does Doxy need to stay to talk to Rebecca if he's going to be continued?
I'm sorry, I was having trouble hearing you. So what was the question?
Does inmate Doxy, does he need to talk to Rebecca if he's going to be continued?
He just walked out.
I'll get him back if he needs to talk to her.
So Doxy was, okay, yeah, I don't know. Is his counsel still here? Oh, you mean the probation officer?
Right.
Yeah, I guess he would, yeah.
Okay, just let me get him back.
Okay.
He's back. He's seated there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great.
Mr. Doxy, Just stay here for just a few minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually getting up to get a pen.
Okay, Alma, we were waiting on you. Benavides? I don't think she's here now. She's not answering.
Got room with Marcus, Judge.
Oh, she is? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All righty.
Judge, this is Scott McCrum. Can I approach?
Yes.
I conferred on my clients, Janie Alejo and Carlos Garcia.
Okay.
On Miss Alejo, there's a couple first-degree cases that are probably going to get filed soon, which keeps me from working anything else out on her pending case.
Are they other felony cases or?
Yes, they're first-degree drug cases.
Oh, and is this a drug case also?
No, it's an unauthorized use.
Okay. Is it old or is it kind of a new case?
They're old, but they were rejected because I think labs weren't ready.
Oh.
And she was in custody.
So what do you?
And they actually still don't even have the labs, but they checked and expect those in the next couple of weeks, I think Marcus was saying.
All right, so what was your request again?
To leave it on a pretrial setting
Okay.
or pretrial dockets.
And is the state also kind of wanting to wait on this because of those drug cases?
That's right, Judge.
All right. All right, we'll go ahead and get your reset then.
And then on Mr. Garcia, Carlos Garcia, that's going to be a trial. Mr. Garcia's expressed that he's not interested in any plea offers.
Okay, so let's give that one a trial setting then, Norma.
Okay. On Janie, you can come back on December 6th.
Okay.
And then on Carlos Garcia, you can come back on January the 12th.
Very good.
And you just got to put that on the record, please. For January 12th. And make sure that he understands that he needs to be back here.
Yes.
That's Carlos Garcia, right?
Correct.
January 12th. Okay. All righty.
Judge, it's Anthony Cantrell. May I approach?
Yes.
Could I get into a breakout room with Kathleen?
I'll put you in a breakout
Caitlin?
room.
Thanks.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. I'm in the courtroom. Megan Enriquez. I'm here for Everett Gonzalez. I've conferred with Meredith McIntyre, and we also do not have an agreement. So we just need a trial setting.
Would you give me your client's name again, please?
Yes, Judge. Everett Gonzalez.
Okay. All right, and so you did, let's see, the docket shows John Kuntz.
Yes, Judge. I work with the law office of John Kuntz.
Okay, thank you. And you conferred with the state this morning, but you're not able to reach an agreement?
That's correct.
But you do have an offer on the case, but there's just no agreement. Is that correct?
Correct, Judge.
All right, and you want to get on the trial docket with this case?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very well. Norma, are you?
It would be January 12th, Judge, but they need to put it on the record as well.
All right, so it'll be reset. When you say you want it put on the record, do you want me to call the case?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, well then let's get on the record in cause number 2021 CR 024, the state of Texas versus Everett Gonzalez. And so counsel, you're requesting that this case be placed on the trial docket, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, and so that will be granted and it's going to be set on January 12th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And
May
your
the client and I be excused?
Yes, does your client know and did he hear what was just decided and he knows?
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, very good. You're set January 12th and that will be in court, no doubt. So you'll have to. Okay, very good.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge Scott McCrum, I think Norma wanted mine on the record as well.
Yes, okay. On both of them or just?
Just on Carlos.
On Carlos. Okay, then let's get on the record in cause number 2021 CR 6597, the state of Texas versus Carlos Garcia. Counsel, would you identify yourself for the record, please?
Yes, Judge Scott McCrum from Mr. Garcia.
All right, and you have conferred with the state this morning, is that correct?
Yes, we conferred.
All right, and you are asking that this case be placed on the trial docket?
Yes, Judge.
And so it's being set for trial on January 12th, 2022. Is that correct?
Yes.
And your client is aware?
Yes, my client wishes to have a trial.
Okay, very well. That's granted.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good
And
day.
Miss Alejo is released or excused?
Because we didn't do anything on that case either, right?
It's staying on the pretrial docket.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind, she doesn't have a place to live anywhere here. I don't know if you can take this up. If she would like to, she has people in Edinburgh where she can live, but that won't affect her appearing for court or anything. Is that something that you could approve at this time?
I could. Is she being supervised by pretrial services?
Yes. In fact, she just finished a treatment or finishing up a treatment at Lifetime Recovery.
Is it inpatient or outpatient?
I think it's an outpatient.
I'm in a hearing.
So there is a form that pretrial services will normally send asking the court's approval for someone to go live out of county. If you can arrange to get me that, I'm happy to sign it.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Janie, you can log off.
Your Honor, may I approach you again? It's Anthony Cantrell.
Yes.
Prosecutor and I have conferred. This was set for a bond hearing. Would the court mind sending this to Judge Carruthers for a bond hearing?
Is he available to hear it?
Well, if you send it, they'll give us a court date.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine with me.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I guess I'd let the coordinator know to
Yes,
do that.
please.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Honor, Bob Hicks, may I approach?
Yes.
Okay, I'm, for what it's worth, I'm back from juvenile, and just waiting on the paperwork for Jolene Gallegos.
Okay, well, when we get the paperwork done, we'll do it, okay?
Okay, could I talk to Norma for just a moment?
To who?
To Norma?
Oh. Yeah, if Norma?
Maybe.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Herr.
Hi, Norma. You wanted me to tell Ms. Gallegos to leave.
She's back in the main room, Mr. Hicks.
Huh?
She's back in the main room.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do you need my email address to send me any paperwork in this?
It's been sent. Do you have the court's paperwork in your email?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's waiting to approach or who's next? Because I didn't get, Alma didn't respond.
Alma's still in the breakout room, Judge.
Okay.
See who's back. Anybody back from the breakout room?
And there's nobody that's just been waiting and hasn't been talked to yet.
There's still some.
I'm still waiting to get the information from my.
Mr. Doxy, the probation officer will be with you in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. Teresa Davila. I was appointed as an immigration expert in the case for Everardo Tristan.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm needed this morning. I forwarded a Padilla letter to his defense counsel this morning, but I'm not sure if I'm needed to confer.
Who is it?
Teresa, I can put you in the breakout room with the defense attorney.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Is there any way I could confer with Miss Benavides?
And Mr. Cuellar, can you go back to breakout room number 3, please? David
Yes, I
Cuellar.
will. I will. Thank you.
Judge, that's all the family violence cases for today, I believe. Would it be okay if I were to be excused and Norma can text me if something comes off docket?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Where's Rebecca?
Norma, I'll text you from my cell, but I think you have it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rebecca,
Yes, ma'am.
I think Doxy was continued. Do you need to speak with him?
Yeah, who did the case? So I could know exactly what I need to amend for.
Rebecca, you want me to send it to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me a minute.
Your Honor,
Yes.
there appears to be some sort of technological issue. It keeps rejecting my email, which hasn't changed since the middle 90s. But
What's rejecting your email? I don't understand.
Marcus Sanders says that he can't send me the paperwork because it keeps getting kicked back. It says that my email address doesn't exist, which I'm pretty sure it does because I'm on it. And
Well, have you just kind of verified for sure that he's got the right email address? That
Yes.
There's nothing.
the
Yeah, I
one that
don't.
he sent me is the one that's correct.
Okay. You guys are gonna have to figure that out. Sorry.
Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
Rebecca, can you join us in breakout room 9?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for an email from Brenna really quick.
Okay, thank you.
Norma, are you free for a second?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Collins. Hey, Madrigal, it's a MTR. We have a recommendation from the state that we're good with. So can I get whatever paperwork that needs to bounce between me and Madrigal? I left him in the breakout room that I was in there.
Okay, I'll go to the breakout room with you real quick.
Okay,
Meet me back in 4.
okay, meet you back in there.
Hey Norman, this is David Cuellar.
Yes, sir.
Would you have a minute to be able to talk about my cases?
What's going on?
It's a case where there's an MTR and there's a new pre-indictment case and
What is, could you give me the name of your client, please?
the client is Tristan is the last name.
Hold on, let me just find him on the,
Everardo is the person.
okay. Okay, Everardo Tristan. I see him on the MTR docket. Does he have new cases also?
There's a new pre-indictment.
But was it on the docket or is that just something you know about that's coming down?
It's an IMAG. There's no court date for it.
Okay, so what did,
Well, there's a substantial immigration issues here, and I just got a.
well, wasn't there an immigration attorney that just joined in the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor.
There was, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what were you gonna say?
Well, I just got the Padilla letter today, and I might have to set everything for trial and set the MTR for contested, Your Honor, because there's substantial issues.
Okay, so you want to get on the trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go on the record then in cause number 2021 CR 1470, the state of Texas versus Everardo Tristan. So this one case that's here is an MTR, and you're saying it's going to be a contested MTR?
Yes, Your Honor.
And for a contested then, Norma, when would that be set?
Let's see, Judge. Who are you dealing with, Mr. Guerra? Who's the prosecutor?
I can't remember the last prosecutor we talked to.
Did you confer with the prosecutor this morning?
I haven't.
Okay,
I can do that. I'll do that.
Yeah, can you confer with them first?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Should I join room 3?
Go to room 2. I'm gonna move you to room 2.
I'm sorry, Norma, do I need to go also?
Ms. Davidal, no, I don't think you need to go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Davidal, you can leave if you want, and I can text you if you're needed.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, may I speak to Norma again, please?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've got the discovery from Marcus, but I haven't gotten anything else on Jolene Gallegos.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Norma.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Collins. We went over the paperwork and I signed it, he signed it, so it should be going to the clerk now, but we're ready whenever you guys are ready.
Thank you.
Oh, and I left him in the room just so we know where he's at for you, drag him out.
You can bring him out, Collins.
Okay, go back. I'll go back in the room and talk him out. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I don't think, oh, those are, let me, yeah, okay, let me go. I'll tell him.
Your Honor, may I be heard?
Yes.
Robert Ramirez for Monica Kayleen Reynolds. I've conferred with the ADA, and there's some outstanding discovery that I am requesting, and he's working on it. And in the meantime, she's also scheduled for a mental health pretrial diversion appointment, I think tomorrow or Wednesday. So I would ask for a reset in this case, pending those matters.
Okay, that's granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will the court be sending a date or set a date today?
Now I'll set the date now.
Okay.
Come back for discovery on the 15th.
15th of November?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. That being all, my client and I be excused.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. You're excused, Monica.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Are we ready to do that Ricardo Madrigal, or are they still conferring?
No, Your Honor, we're both back in the big room. Good to see you, Judge Herr. We're both back in the big room. We went over the paperwork. I think it's just with the clerk now. I don't know if it's made its way to you yet, but we're ready whenever the court's ready.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, can you check through your emails? I think it might be still with you.
Well, I mean, the form that you want me to fill out, I don't know if agreement is yet, so I can't fill that out
Okay.
until we make the ruling, because it's asking if he's continued or revoked or,
Okay.
So, but other than that, I do have a MTR, so
I'll see you have that paperwork.
I have that, and I have the paperwork. I'm just going to sign it after we're done.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Well,
well,
if you
then
could put me in a breakout room with Jolene Gallegos, I finally got the paperwork.
We'll do that.
the court will take up number 2021 CR 4515, the state of Texas versus Ricardo Gabriel Madrigal Jr. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Morning, Your Honor. David Collins for defendant Ricardo Madrigal Jr.
Thank you. And for the state?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Thank you. Mr. Madrigal, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right, thank you. Are you the same Ricardo Gabriel Madrigal Jr., who in cause number 2021 C4515 was found guilty of the offense of failure to stop and render aid in a moving vehicle? You were placed on probation by the court on the first day of June 2021 for a term of 5 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
A motion to revoke your community supervision has been filed. Mind reading the on, please.
Sorry, Judge.
Would you read the violation that we're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. Let me pull it up one moment.
And Hunter, since we're TICing the first two, the new night mags, do you just want to go forward on condition 1 and condition the 2 new number 1s?
That's fine with me. Okay. Okay, Judge. On or about the second day of September 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Gabriel Madrigal Jr., committed the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle in violation of condition number 1.
To that violation of condition number 1, how do you plead, true or not?
True.
True.
And then on or about the second day of September 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Ricardo Gabriel Madrigal Jr., committed the offense of evading arrest or detention with a vehicle in violation of condition number 1.
To that violation of condition number 1, how do you plead, true or not true?
True.
The state would waive and abandon the remaining allegations, Judge.
What was the underlying sentence on this?
5 years.
All right. Mr. Madrigal, do you understand that based on your pleas of true alone, that would be sufficient for me to revoke your community supervision and sentence you to 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice? Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. Understanding that, then you still wish to enter your pleas of true?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge. We would ask this court to grant the motion, amend the underlying sentence to 4 years and sentence to 4 years. And for the plea, Judge,
Yes.
we'll take into consideration night mag number 629138 and night mag number 629139.
Are those the two new number 1s that are alleged on the motion to revoke?
They are, Judge.
Okay. Counsel, was that the agreement that you reached?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Madrigal, find that it's true that you violated the 2 condition number 1s. I'm going to grant the motion to revoke. I'm going to reform the judgment to reflect a sentence of 4 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Take into consideration night mag cases 629138 and 629. What was the second cause number? I'm sorry, 629.
It was a 629138 and 629139.
Okay, thank you. You will, of course, be given credit for any time that you've already served. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
All right, very well.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, good luck, Gabriel. Thank you, Hunter. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. You have a good day.
You too. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you too.
Thanks, Norma. Bye, everyone.
Am I excused too?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank
Your
you.
Honor,
ma'am.
this is Bob Hicks. May I approach?
Yes.
I need Jolene Gallegos, not some guy named Gonzalez. So I'll go back to breakout room number 2. Hopefully the right person will appear.
Your defendant's in 3, not 2.
I moved him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, this is Hunter.
Hey, Hunter.
Which email address, you can put it in the chat or Norma can tell me, do I send the dismissals to?
Okay, let me put it in the chat.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Has anyone talked to Victoria yet? By any chance?
I have Norma. We're waiting on Rebecca, and then I believe Victoria is also waiting on Ray Martinez to sign in as well.
Okay, thank you.
Bob Hicks, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm sorry that this seems to be taking is such an incredible problem, but I'm waiting in the breakout room with my client, and I asked her to get the deputy to bring up the papers to sign them, and she says they don't have them. So can we
I'll call over there. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're on the way.
Your Honor, may I approach? This is David.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. I did confer with Hunter, and we talked about some possible scenarios, and if it's possible, there's still a few unknowns that we'd both like to clear up. And if it's possible, maybe just a very short reset of about a week, and we get everything ready, and I think we can have the cases, all cases resolved.
I know that the immigration attorney is available by phone if there's still a few questions left for her.
Yes.
What else is there?
There's some out of county issues that I was going to look at. Some cases.
So 2 weeks, counsel?
At the most, even a week, Your Honor.
All right. Norma, if you hear me, could you give him a week reset?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
David, you can come back on the 28th or November 1st.
28th would be fine. Thank you.
Where's your client? Is he in the
He's
breakout
ready.
room?
He's on. If I could join him. Please.
Where is he? I don't see him.
He's in custody, right? Or is he on
Yes,
bond?
ma'am. He might have left already.
Oh, I see.
I'll call the jail and make sure he's.
I see him on. I see him on screen. Ricardo, you want to wait?
Yes, I'm here. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Oh, L14. Okay. Did you need to talk to him anymore, Mr. Ware?
Yes, could I please?
I can put you back on. I can put you in room 4.
Good morning, Norma.
Good morning, ma'am.
I apologize for being real late. Apparently I have Frederick McDaniel in custody.
Yes, sir. I can put you in breakout room number 6.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, he needs to talk to a prosecutor first, Mr. McDaniel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to talk to him first, Nick, to your client?
A prosecutor is fine.
Okay. Brandon, do you see where he's at? I don't see him.
Hold on.
Are we looking for me?
No, I think they closed it out, Mama.
Okay, thank you.
I'm trying to do that certificate of appeal on Madrigal. I mean, I can sign it, but it's not letting me check off that it was not a plea bargain. The little square is not highlighted for a signature.
It's not highlighting, Judge?
Right. It's not letting me enter that at all. I can sign it, but it would just come back to you signed without anything checked off.
Okay, if you you can go ahead and do that, and I'll just have the clerk.
Okay.
Yeah, Judge, I can check it off for you.
Okay, great.
Your Honor, Bob Hicks again.
Uh-huh.
Could we please give my client permission to share her screen so we can sign the paperwork?
Yeah, I'm sure that's doable.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so it did get highlighted. I did check it off. I signed it and then it said I did not have the authority to do that and I needed to reload it, which happens all the time. So I reloaded it, but now once again, I do not have the little squares are not highlighted. So can you do that again? Or else I'll just sign it and you guys can check off. It's a plea agreement. I mean, it was a motion to revoke, so he's going to have the right to appeal. That's the square that needs to be checked off.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Judge, I'm going to go ahead and release Riley Williams since Anthony Contrell wanted that motion for bond reduction to be heard by Carruthers.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Norma, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. So we have Mr. Cardenas is here on two motions to revoke Jason Cardenas. We've signed the consent to video conference and the right of appeal on both cases, but I wanted to point out to you, I think one of the last set of paperwork you sent, Norma, had the same cause number as the first set. So there's a discrepancy with the cause number.
Okay.
And as per Mr. Cardenas, we're going open to the court. I understand that the state and probation are making a recommendation for revocation. However, we're going to go open to the court. Other than that, I think we're ready to go forward.
Let me make those changes real quick.
Does he have three? Or, oh, some of these are amended, right?
Correct.
Okay, and do you know, are you proceeding on the amended one, something on the amended?
Yeah, we're going to go forward on violation of condition number 2. I don't know if Marcus can hear us or not.
And Judge, he has 2 cases.
Right, that's what I'm trying to decide if I need to, but it's okay. Let me just pull them all up.
It looked like it was the same numbers.
Okay, I guess just because we're Zooming, I'm just going to do one at a time. We'll see how it goes. All right, is everybody ready to proceed on Jason Anthony Cardenas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. State, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Cardenas, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court will take up cause number 2019 CR 4047, the state of Texas versus Jason Anthony Cardenas. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
Alma Benavides for Mr. Cardenas.
All right, thank you. Are you the same Jason Anthony Cardenas who in cause number 2019 CR 4047 was found guilty of the offense of driving while intoxicated third, and you were placed on probation on December 4th of 2019 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
A motion to revoke your community supervision has been filed. State, would you mind reading the allegation that we're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. And it's the same for both cases. Is it okay if I just read it once, or would you like me to read it?
Well, hold on a minute. All right, then let's also take up cause number 2021 CR 4316, the state of Texas versus Jason Anthony Cardenas. Mr. Cardenas, are you the same Joseph Anthony Cardenas who in this cause number was found guilty of the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more, and you were placed on probation by the court on the 27th of May 2021 for a term of 5 years? Is that you also?
Yes, Your Honor.
In both of these cases, motions to revoke have been filed. State, would you please read the allegation that we're proceeding on?
Yes, Judge. From the motion filed September 30th, 2021, the first condition number 2, on or about the 22nd day of September 2021, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jason Anthony Cardenas, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
To that violation of condition number 2, how do you plead, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Second condition number 2, on or about the 22nd day of September 2021, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jason Anthony Cardenas, did then and there consume alcoholic beverages, namely wine, in violation of condition number 2.
To that violation of condition number 2, how do you plead, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
We'll waive the others.
All right, thank you. I need you to understand that based on your pleas of true alone, that would be sufficient for me to revoke your community supervision. I'm sorry, state, what was the underlying sentence in this case?
It's 3 on the 2019 case and 5 on the 2021.
The first cause number, the last 4 digits are 4047. Is that the 3-year sentence?
Yes, Judge.
And the 4316 is the 5-year underlying?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Cardenas, I need you to understand that based on your pleas of true in both of these cases, you could receive a sentence in the first cause number that ends in 4047 to 3 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And in the other cause number ending in 4316, you could receive 5 years in the institutional division of the Department of Criminal Justice. Do you understand that that's what can happen to you here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding that, then, do you still wish to enter your pleas of true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there an agreement?
There is
No,
not.
All right. What says the state?
Judge, the state is asking for revocation. Mr. Cardenas was on probation on the first DWI. He picked up the second one. We gave him probation again, but he still continues to pick up motions to revoke and continues to drink alcohol.
All right. What says the defense?
Your Honor, if I could, on behalf of Mr. Cardenas, I wanted to point out to the court that he was taken into custody on this most recent charge on March the 6th. And then on July the 7th, he was granted probation, but he was sent to lifetime recovery. He tells me he was there from July the 7th through September 20th. And he admitted that he did drink alcohol on the 22nd of September. He didn't try to hide it. He was invited to a dinner party from some family members that he hadn't seen in about 6 years. And so he was very honest with telling the truth about what happened. But he wanted to point out to the court that he successfully completed lifetime recovery and was released from that program 2 weeks early, and then went directly to Alliance House, which is a sober living home. And he reported to Mr. Jim Robles. He wanted the court to know that he does have a recovery coach. His name is Mr. Jason Wagner, and he was working and was expecting to continue working with a company called Block by Block that works in conjunction with felony drug court and other probationers. And so he was doing cleaning and power washing and et cetera with this company. Excuse me. He's asking the court to take into consideration that, he does want to continue his sobriety. He does want to continue working towards that. He has put in quite a bit of time in trying to maintain sobriety. He did make a bad choice, and he's been sitting in jail on this motion to revoke, and he's asking the court to consider continuing him on probation. He is asking for an electronic monitor. He's asking to be put on anabuse, intensive supervision, or any other condition that the court feels would be appropriate. And I would ask the court to indulge Mr. Cardenas. He would like to address the court.
All right.
May I speak at this time?
Yes.
I just wanted to state, Your Honor, that I had worked and have been working extremely hard at changing my life. There were a lot of things that I needed to address this time. I had taken for a while my life for granted. My sense of self-worth was very low. In no way, shape, form, or fashion did I go to this dinner party, which was a surprise dinner party thrown for me for my successful completion of this program. I know it sounds kind of dumb now that I think about it, but Italian Americans have a different, it's like a sacramental thing, dinner wise. I admitted to having 3 glasses of wine with that dinner. I no way intended for it to be something like for me to relapse. And again, it was just a bad decision that I made at that moment at that dinner party. But I had been subjected to a lot of things that I went to. I successfully completed a 90-day program within 75 days. My recovery coach and my counselor both recommended that I be transferred and transition early. I have work, I have programming, I have appointments with counselors at the CHCS, my meetings, my volunteer work. Was even going to be doing a video blog, recovery based. Again, I asked for just one opportunity to prove that I can successfully complete this program.
Weren't you in drug court?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
You didn't successfully complete that program, right?
Ma'am, I reported one time.
To drug court, you reported one time?
This was the time that I reported, and I came up I came up positive for alcohol, and I admitted to it, and I told them exactly what had happened. And that's when Judge Glenn and my case manager said that I probably wasn't a good candidate for that program.
Probation, did you have anything else to add in this case?
No, ma'am.
Did you have a recommendation at all for the court?
Probation is recommending a revocation.
Okay. All right. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from.
Okay. I'm going to find at this time in both of these cause numbers that you violated condition number 2 and number 2. In cause number ending in 4047, I'm going to assess punishment at 3 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And in cause number ending in 4316, I'm going to assess punishment at 5 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Both cases will run concurrent. You will be given credit for any time that you have already served. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Good luck to you, Mr. Cardenas.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
Your Honor, Bob Hicks, may I approach?
Yes.
I believe we have all the paperwork.
Okay. Your client is Gallegos, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has the plea paperwork been forwarded to me on the Gallegos case?
It should have been, Your Honor.
Okay, let me just check with Norma on this.
Now, I am missing two things in the plea paperwork.
Let me check with that, Judge.
Thank you.
What are you missing, Bob?
I do not have a video waiver, and I do not have a certification right of appeal, which I think comes from the coordinator. As far as our paperwork, Marcus, we're 5 by 5.
You should
I'm
have
trying to decide that I know who I am.
Norma, were you talking to me? Did you say I should have something or?
Marcus on Gallegos, you need to swap the judges.
Okay, let me check.
Mr. Hicks, you still have it in your email.
Do what?
You still have the consent in the certificate of appeal in your email.
Coming from you?
Yes, sir.
I do not have a single anything on here that says Norma Contreras.
It's Ferguson, not Contreras.
Do what?
It's Ferguson.
Norma Ferguson?
Yeah, not Contreras.
Okay, sorry. I've got Marisol Ramos, Marcus Sanders, Alejandro Chavez, Pico Para, Marcus Sanders, Catherine Reed, and Marisol Ramos, and that goes back to 7:30 this morning.
I just sent you a reminder.
What?
I just sent you a reminder.
Okay. Oh,
Norma, I'm signing these other certificates of appeal on those last two MTRs. And once again, it's the choices are not highlighted, so I'm signing them, sending them to you. But what should be checked off is the fact that he does have a right to appeal since it was an MTR and he was revoked. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Norma,
Yes, sir.
what email are you using for me?
Can you, Mr. Hicks, go to breakout room, where? Go to breakout room 1. Mr. Hicks, meet me in 1.
Okay.
Meredith,
Yes.
we have an agreement. I'm gonna chat you.
Okay. And can you chat Norma as well so she can get the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Do you think they're ready to do that Gallegos case?
Robert's just getting out the paperwork, Judge. I think he's trying to swear her in.
Oh, I see. Because I have what I need. Let me just put
Okay.
it that. Okay.
Just gonna be sitting here, sitting here. I can be. You look a little shoddy, sir. 19 years, they barely came back into my life. I have a granddaughter now.
Judge Scott Martinez, may I approach?
Yes.
Yes, I have a Miss Schaefer this morning on a violation report issue.
Okay.
I don't see that she's present unless she's in a waiting room.
Miss Angela Schaefer, are you out there? Are you online? Well, have you been in touch with your client, counsel?
I've tried to call her. That's kind of one of the issues on the violation report.
You tried to call, but you were unsuccessful?
Yes, Judge, and that she hasn't been reporting to pretrial and whatnot.
And did you know about this setting?
Well, I mean, I called her, but I wasn't able to get a hold of her for it.
Okay, so you don't think if you called her this morning that you would be successful in getting hold of her?
Probably the phone is probably not working. That was kind of the issue.
Oh, so you don't have any way to contact her then?
No, Judge. Send her a letter, I suppose.
Well, let me have a look at that. Give me a second. I'm gonna look at that violation report. And what's your client? Your client is Angela Schaefer, is that right?
Yes, Judge, that's his client.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, that's his client.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm just going to go ahead and issue a warrant because she's not showing up to court. She's picked up a bunch of new offenses and attorney cannot get hold of her.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, so now the violation report was not sent like on Adobe Sign. So I don't know, do you want me to print it up and scan it and send it back? Or can you just move forward on me ordering on the record? I could order it on the record that a warrant should issue. I don't mind signing it and scanning it if you prefer that.
Can you do that, Judge?
Okay, will do. Scott, that's what we're going to do. So since there don't seem to be any alternatives, and you're excused at this time.
You're muted.
Yes, Judge, could I speak to one of the prosecutors before I go about?
Sure.
Judge, may I
Yes.
approach?
Yes.
This is Isidro Montoya, Judge. I'm Raymond Olivares. This is my first setting with him. I spoke with Meredith. I got an offer. I think my client is going to take it, but I'm having issues with my computer. I'm trying to get everything done by my iPad. Can I get a 1 week reset and can we resolve it next week?
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And I'll let, may I be released, Judge? I'm excused.
Norma, when should he
And I
report?
believe Mr. Olivares is in custody.
The 25th, Judge.
Okay, so you'll be back here on the 25th.
Thank you, Norma.
Let your client know that that's what's happening as well.
Yes, and I'll have Meredith send me the paperwork so I can get that paper part signed
That'd be very good.
on my part.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Norma.
You're welcome.
Judge,
Yes.
Bob Hicks, I believe you should have all the paperwork.
I do.
Yay. Progress.
All right. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is everyone ready to proceed on Jolene Gallegos?
Yes, Judge.
Respondent is ready, or defendant is ready.
All right. And Ms. Gallegos, can you hear the proceedings?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When you're speaking, Ms. Gallegos, turn your mic on, but when you're not having to answer a question, if you could turn your mic off so we don't listen to everything that's going on back there. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court will take up cause number 2021 CR.
Yeah, and then send him over there at 1 o'clock.
Can someone mute their mic, whoever that is? We're trying to do a plea. The court will take up cause number 2021 CR 6382, the state of Texas versus Jolene Marie Gallegos. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
Bob Hicks representing Jolene Gallegos, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Gallegos, you can hear us, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you stand charged by way of indictment with the offense of theft under 2,500 enhanced to a felony to have occurred on March 30th of 2021. Do you understand that that's what you're charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
This offense is a state jail felony. The range of punishment is up to 180 days in the state jail facility and a fine of up to, it's the range of punishment on a state jail is a minimum of 180 days to a maximum of 2 years in the state jail facility and a possible fine of up to $10,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have several rights. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to require the state to bring their witnesses in and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses, and you have the right against self-incrimination, which means that no one can force you to testify against yourself. Do you understand those rights? Ms. Gallegos, do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
They are contained in the court's admonishments. Did your attorney go over the paperwork with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did he explain your rights to you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign the paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that when you signed the paperwork that the effect of your signature was that you were giving up the rights that I just went over with you?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
All right. And is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor. I shall.
Then I'll approve the waiver and order into the record of the cause. Attached to the court's admonishments is the plea bargain page and indicates that you have entered into a plea agreement with the state. I need you to know, first of all, that the court does not have to follow the agreement, but if the court chooses not to, then you can withdraw your plea, start all over, and nothing that you've done so far can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm in a hearing in court. Go to hell.
Counsel. Also, if the court does follow the agreement, then you will not have the right to appeal unless the court gives permission, but generally the court will not give permission. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
In reviewing the terms of the plea agreement, it indicates that in return for your plea to this offense, the state has agreed to recommend that punishment be assessed at 56 days in the Bexar County Jail pursuant to 1244 or 1242 of the Penal Code. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over the section of the Penal Code, but it is 1244, which allows for you to receive Class A misdemeanor punishment on a state jail felony conviction. that there is no application for community supervision or deferred adjudication, and that the state agrees to take into consideration cause number 2021 CR 6383. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
And state, is that your understanding?
Yes, Judge.
All right. If you were not a citizen of the United States, by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Have those immigration consequences been explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor, they have.
Counsel, has your client been able to consult with you and assist you in her defense?
She has, Your Honor.
And in your opinion, does she have a factual as well as rational understanding of the charge and the proceedings against her?
I do so believe.
In your opinion, is she mentally competent to waive her rights and to enter a plea at this time?
Absolutely.
In that case, Ms. Gallegos, to the charge of theft under 2,500 enhanced to a felony, how do you plead?
Non-contested.
All right. Are you pleading no contest? Well, has anyone promised you anything other than the terms of the plea agreement to get you to enter your no contest plea?
No, ma'am, nobody has promised me nothing.
All right. Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to get you to enter your plea?
No, Your Honor, nobody's threatened.
Are you pleading no contest because after talking it over with your attorney, you've decided that it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, Your Honor, it sure is.
All right. Then I'll accept the no contest plea and ask the state to offer its proof.
Judge, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
There are no objections from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, they're admitted. I'm going to find that the evidence is sufficient to support your no contest plea, and I am going to enter a finding of guilt in this case. Are we waiving the PSI in this matter?
We are, Your Honor.
Any objection, state, to waiving the PSI?
No, Judge.
Right. Are both sides ready to proceed to sentencing?
State is.
Defense is.
All right. And Ms. Gallegos, I'll follow the plea agreement that you have entered into with the state and assess punishment at 56 days in the Bexar County Jail pursuant to 1244 of the Penal Code. I'll also take into consideration, can you tell me what that cause number was again, state, please? If not, I can
Yes,
go
Judge.
back.
It ends with a 3 instead of a 2. So
It's 2021 CR 6383, Your Honor.
The state is taking into consideration cause number 2021 CR 6383, and you will be given credit for any time that you have already served. Is there anything further from either side?
nothing from the state.
Nothing further from the defendant, Your Honor.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Ms. Gallegos.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
You too.
Jolene, good luck. If you have any problems or questions, give me a call.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks. Thank you, State.
Bye-bye.
Your Honor, I believe this concludes my business with the court this morning. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge. I just wanted to make sure my Mr. Hunter got my chat.
You out there, Mr. Hunter?
Or Mr. Morris, there he is.
Yeah. Yes, Judge and Mick, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, he got. He'll take that 4-year rec probation. We're not going to apply for the deferred.
Okay, I'll get working on it. Mick, can you chat me your email address?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Norma, on the certificate of appeal on Gallegos, I'm not able to fill out the choice, but since it was a plea agreement and I followed the plea agreement, she does not have the right to appeal.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Norma, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Awesome. Victoria, do you need me to approach on Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, I'm waiting on paperwork from Ms. Goodwin. I think Judge Herr just stepped away, but she'll be right back. I let Norma know that we're proceeding on our motion to withdraw.
Okay. Norma, I'm here in the courtroom, so if one of the judge wants to take that up when she comes back.
Yes, she just went out, she took a 5-minute break, so she'll be
Okay.
right back.
I'm going to sit down for a second, but I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Norma, it's Rebecca. I'll be right back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Never mind, Victoria, I saw the email.
Norma or Mr. Morris, can somebody send me to the breakout with Mr. McDaniel? Like, I've got some paperwork to go over with him, and then,
Yeah, I'm right here, sir.
oh, I know, I'm just asking to be moved back to your breakout room.
Okay.
Mr. McDaniel, you need to go to breakout room number 6.
Yes, sir. Try to make it possible for me. We're not getting nowhere. This is just the same thing that I think we're doing. Try to do what we can, I guess. I just go back to myself, rotting down until I die of COVID or something. I don't know. It's just- this is-
Norma, can you prompt Mr. McDaniel to go to a breakout room?
There you are.
Yeah, we had been in 6, but I don't know what breakout room you want us to go to now.
Yeah, do you hear me now, sir?
I'm trying to get us both sent to the same breakout room.
Okay. Join room 2.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yes, go to 2.
Good morning, Judge. May I approach?
Yes, good morning.
Judge, I had Mr. Gonzalez this morning. He said for sentencing, I'm assuming, but I do have a motion to withdraw that's pending.
You want to withdraw before sentencing?
Well, what happened, Judge, was he actually did not appear at a previous sentencing hearing, and a warrant was issued for his arrest and a bond forfeiture. Matter of fact, I was on his bond, and we're already in the process of the lawsuit regarding the bond forfeiture. My concern is that if he's not happy with the resolution of his case, he's going to think there's a conflict, which actually there is.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to avoid that issue. And that's what I alleged in my motion.
Okay. I guess I'll grant that. Is he in custody?
He is, Judge, and I think he's on the screen right now.
Okay. Did you want to say anything to the court, Mr. Gonzalez? You're muted.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I'm not sure what's going on. I know, like Mr. Martinez said, I did already agree to sign for something.
You were supposed to originally be here for sentencing on your case. In the interim, I guess you failed to appear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Bond was forfeited. He was on the bond. So now there is a proceeding with regard to the forfeited bond that puts you at opposite ends of the issue, I would imagine. So counsel is concerned that there's a conflict of interest, which I believe there is. So he's asking to be removed from your case. Are you aware of that?
Now I am.
Okay.
And Judge, just in full disclosure, I think my associate, Ms. Cruz, may have already discussed with him what some sentencing options that I'm not privy to because I was in another court. And that's why he's suggesting that maybe he's already in agreement with something or other, but I didn't want to go forward without at least this issue being fleshed out before he makes any decision.
Well, do you want to get in a breakout room with him and talk about it for a minute and then let me know?
That'd be perfect, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Could you take care of that for me, Norma, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Okay. Email? Well, one second. Let me ask the clerk if he can help me out with. Okay, 1 second.
Mr. Gonzalez, go to breakout room 6.
Okay.
Meredith, did you see the last chat I sent you?
Yes, and I sent you one back as well.
Do we still have quite a bit to do, Norma?
No, ma'am. We just have like 3 more. We just have Mick Aguilera, Victoria, and Raymond Martinez. That's it.
Victoria, is that an attorney on the case?
Victoria Cruz? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Raymond Martinez's associate. We have a deal on Katrina Goodwin's MTR.
Okay, thank you. Are both sides ready to do that MTR on Katrina Goodwin?
State is ready, Judge.
Okay. Oh, I have a violation report. That's something different, right? Oh, it says volunteer. Here it is. Okay, I got it.
I think she's still in the breakout room though, so Victoria will need to go in there and get her.
Oh, you mean Katrina and her attorney, or who's
Just
in
the defendant, Katrina.
Oh, okay. Someone needs to get her. And then we can do it.
Victoria, do you want to go get your client from the breakout room? Miss Goodwin? Oh, there she is. Never mind. She's back.
Okay. Are both sides ready to proceed then?
Judge Victoria went to the breakout room. She'll be right back.
Okay.
Judge, I think we've resolved our issue with Mr. Gonzalez. He's ready to proceed to sentencing when the court's ready.
Oh, okay. Get back to that one. Raymond, let's see, I'm pulled up something for him, but it looks like a first amended motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. Is that what we're doing, or is it a
Judge, he back in January, he already pled true to new number 1 and then was supposed to appear for a sentence in March, and that's when the FTA happened. So we have an agreement on a new amount of time.
I see. Okay, very well. So, but he's already entered a plea then, or does he need to enter any other pleas to any other violations, or just continue to sentencing?
Just continue to sentencing, right, Ray?
I agree, Judge.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and get on the record in cause number 2019 CR 7801W, Texas versus Joseph Aaron Gonzalez. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
Judge, I think I just did something to the, oh, you can still see me. Okay. Raymond Martinez for the defendant.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear the proceedings?
Something else popped up and I hit the wrong button.
I think he's still in the breakout room.
Oh, we need him back then.
Sorry about that. Do I need to go get him or is somebody gonna grab
Yeah,
him?
can you go back and get him and ask him
Okay.
to leave?
I will try. Is he in 6? Okay, you got him?
Yes, he's in 6.
The bailiff's getting him out, the judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonzalez, go back to the meeting room, please. You need to go back to the meeting room.
How do I do that now? Leave room, main room?
Yes, leave room, and then it'll ask you, leave breakout room.
Judge, this is Mick Aguilera. I'm not interrupting, am I?
Yeah, you are actually.
I heard I saw a lengthy pause. I apologize. I
Well,
will
it
wait.
is a late pause. We're just trying to get someone back from the breakout room so we can do this MTR real quick. So,
Okay, I apologize.
yeah.
My
That's
client's in breakout 2, but we have completed all the paperwork. The clerk wants
okay.
to-
I'll look for it then. Okay.
I think Mr. Gonzalez is back, Judge.
Is he back?
Yes, he's
Yes,
on.
yes, I am.
All right, very good. Now, the court will take up cause number 2019 CR 7801, the state of Texas versus Joseph Aaron Gonzalez. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
Raymond Martinez for the defendant.
All right. And Mr. Gonzalez, when you're speaking, then obviously you need to unmute your mic, but when you're not and you're just listening, if you would mute your mic so we don't have to listen to all the background noise, that makes it hard.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Are you the same Joseph Aaron Gonzalez who in cause number 2019 CR 7801W was placed on deferred adjudication probation for the offense of, oh, wait a minute. This is the one where he's already entered his plea, right?
Yes, Judge.
And
Correct, Judge.
what violation did he plead to?
He pled true to a new number 1 on
Okay.
January 29th.
Okay. What was the new number 1? What was the offense? Oh, I see it right here. Assault. Is that right?
Let me see. Hold on. It looks like it might have been an evading arrest.
Okay. Maybe.
And then he pled to an assault. Am I right, Ray?
It's been so long, I don't remember. To be honest. Maybe we need Mr. Gonzalez to chime in.
Meredith, on my
Yes,
notes,
yes, I did.
You pled to the assault case as well?
Yes, that went on my record.
Okay,
Okay.
we agree with that, Judge.
All right. Very well. So on that day you came in, you pled true to a violation of probation, a new number 1 assault. And so do you understand then that you are back here today for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And is there an agreement in the case?
There is, Judge.
There is, Judge.
Now, since
We're
he-
asking, sorry.
Since this was a deferred, and it looks like it was a deferred on a possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. Is that second degree, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, it actually ended up being a plea on a 1 to 4, Judge.
Oh, it did. So he pled
Yes.
guilty. Okay. So that's a third degree. So Mr. Gonzalez, you need to understand that based on your plea of true, that you could receive up to 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. What is the agreement?
Your Honor, we're asking the court to adjudicate his guilt, revoke community supervision, and sentence him to 3 years in the TDC.
Was that the agreement, counsel?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, is that your understanding of what everyone agreed to?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I don't have to follow it, but I will. So I'm going to follow the recommendation of the state in this case. I'm going to grant the motion to enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke your community supervision, and sentence you to 3 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You will, of course, be given credit for any time that you have already served. Is there anything further from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Good luck to you, Mr. Gonzalez.
May I excuse, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day. You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, where are we? Are we still waiting on Gallegos or did we finally do that? We did it, right?
Yes, Judge.
We did that one.
Thank God. Okay. What's next? Anyone?
I believe it
Make-
was Goodwin.
Yeah, Judge, do you have Goodwin?
Let me look. I've received a few things on McDaniel. How long ago would it have been sent to me? Recently, or should I scroll back? Let's see. Good one. That's not it. Oh, and that's Raymond Martinez's client also. It's an MTR though, so I might, hold on, let me go back to, they sent all of those at once. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, I have a copy of the MTR, so we could proceed. I don't see anything else so far like the certificate of appeal yet. Should I have that?
It's still with Raymond's office.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had signed that. Oh, okay. 1 second. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Ms. Goodwin, I just signed the paperwork, so just be on the lookout on your email, please.
Okay.
Hey, Norma, on Frederick McDaniel, I sent a reminder to Mick for discovery, and it looks like the Lupe should have the plea.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Morris, I just completed that discovery acknowledgement.
Does he have more than one case, McDaniel?
Yes, Judge, he does, but one of them's gonna be TIC'd.
Oh, okay. So I'm really only looking for one set of paperwork. Assuming.
Yes, and Judge, that paperwork should be in the clerk's inbox.
I signed it, so you should have it, Judge.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go.
Okay, is everyone ready to do the Frederick Abraham McDaniel matter?
State's ready, Judge.
Fence is ready, Judge.
Okay. All right, and Mr. McDaniel, can you hear us?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court will take up cause number 2020 CR 6651, the state of Texas versus Frederick A. McDaniel. Can I have the attorneys identify themselves for the record, please?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Mick Aguilera on behalf of Frederick McDaniel.
Thank you. Mr. McDaniel, you stand charged by way of indictment with the offense of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle. Do you understand that that's what you're charged with?
Your Honor.
That offense is a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is a minimum of 2 years to a maximum of 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and a possible fine of up to $10,000. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
You have several rights. You have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to require the state to bring their witnesses in and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses, and you have the right against self-incrimination, which means that no one can force you to testify against yourself. Do you understand those rights?
I do, Your Honor.
They are contained in the court's admonishments. Did your attorney go over the paperwork with you?
He did, Your Honor.
Did he explain your rights to you?
He did, Your Honor.
And did you understand them?
I did understand them, Your Honor.
And you signed the paperwork.
You froze, ma'am. I missed that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, my connection's not that good this morning. Did you in fact sign the paperwork?
I did sign the paperwork. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did you understand that when you signed the paperwork, that the effect of your signature was that you were giving up the rights that I just went over with you?
I did understand that, yes, ma'am.
All right, and is that what you want to do?
That is what I want to do, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I'll approve the waiver and order it entered into the record of the cause. Attached to the court's admonishments is the plea bargain page, and it indicates that you have entered into a plea agreement with the state. I need you to know, first of all, that the court does not have to follow the agreement, but if the court chooses not to, then you can withdraw your plea, start all over, and nothing that you've done so far can be used against you. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
Also, if the court does follow the agreement, then you will not have the right to appeal, except for any pretrial matters that have been ruled on by the court. And counsel, were there any rulings on any pretrial matters?
No, Your Honor, there have not.
All right, so that means if the court follows the agreement, you will not have the right to appeal unless the court gives permission, but generally the court will not give permission. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. All right. In reviewing the terms of the agreement, it indicates that in return for your plea to this offense, the state has agreed to recommend that punishment be assessed at 4 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, a $1,000 fine, but that will be probated for as long as you are complying with the conditions of probation, that there is no application for deferred adjudication, that the state is recommending in favor of your application for community supervision. They agree to take into consideration cause number 2020 CR 6652, an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, that you agree to pay restitution, the amount to be determined by the probation department. Estimated value is at $3,500, and that there will be no contact with ARI fleet. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And state, is that the agreement?
Yes, Judge.
All right. If you were not a citizen of the United States, by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, it could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Have those immigration consequences been explained to you by your attorney?
They have, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, has your client been able to consult with you and assist you in his defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a factual as well as rational understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in your opinion, is he mentally competent to waive his rights and to enter a plea at this time?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And in that case, Mr. McDaniel, to the charge of evading arrest with a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Oh, no contest.
Have you been promised anything other than the terms of the plea agreement to get you to enter your no contest plea?
No, Your Honor.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to get you to enter your plea?
I have not, Your Honor.
Are you pleading no contest because after conferring with your attorney, you've decided that it's in your best interest to do so?
I have, Your Honor.
Then I'll accept the no contest plea and ask the state to offer its proof.
State would offer State's Exhibit 1 and attachments, Judge.
Judge, for purpose of this plea, we have no objection.
All right, they're admitted. I'm going to find that the evidence is sufficient to support your no contest plea. Are you all requesting or waiving a PSI?
Judge, yes, we would ask that you waive the PSI. They are recommending supervision. We are not applying for deferred.
All right, is there any objection from the state to waiving the PSI?
No objection, Judge.
All right. And are both sides ready to proceed to sentencing at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'm going to follow the plea agreement that you have entered into with the state. I'm going to assess punishment at 4 years confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. I'm going to probate that for 4 years. I'm assessing the $1,000 fine. That will also be probated for as long as you are complying with the conditions of probation. Court will take into consideration cause number 2020 CR 6652. And you are to have no contact with RE Fleet. I want you to get a TAP assessment done and comply with their recommendations. Perform 120 hours of community service. Also the moral recognition therapy course. And if for some reason that's not available to you, then the cognitive behavioral therapy. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, very well.
May I be excused, Judge?
I do. I want to make sure that your client gets in a breakout room with the probation officer so
Very
that
good.
it's any further instruction. But if you don't have any further need to talk with your client counsel, then you're excused.
Well, I'll go over there with him just in case he does have a question.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
If they can just go back to the room number 2, that was their previous room,
Okay,
and I'll join them in there.
very good.
Do you know how to do that, Mr. McDaniel?
I think he might have figured it out.
He didn't go into the room. I think he
Oh.
accidentally left. Norma, can you call and help him?
What room did you need him in?
I had sent him back to number 2, but I think he accidentally logged off. Yeah, he's back on.
I'm figuring it out. I just leave room and leave. Oh, there it is. That's it. Join room 2.
Yes. Judge, I'll be in room 2, okay?
Okay, thank you. Do we want to keep going? Do we want to break for lunch?
And Judge, this should be the last one. And I think you should have the paperwork in your email. Goodwin.
All right, let me check. I have the MTR in front of me. I'm ready to proceed if everyone's ready. Everyone else is ready. Are they ready on Katrina Goodwin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Katrina, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, so can I have both lawyers identify themselves for the record, please, in cause number 2017 CR 3456, the state of Texas versus Katrina Goodwin.
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
Victoria Cruz on behalf of Raymond Martinez for the defense.
Thank you. Are you the same Katrina Goodwin who in cause number 2017 CR 3456W, was placed on deferred adjudication probation for the offense of theft over 200,000 vehicle, and you were placed on probation by the court on the 15th day of May, 2017 for a term of 5 years. Is that you?
Yes, Honor, that's me.
All right. A motion to enter an adjudication of guilt and revoke your community supervision has been filed. State, would you mind reading the violations that we're proceeding on, please?
Yes, Judge, we'll proceed on violation of condition number 17.
All right.
On or about the 23rd day of November, 2020, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Katrina Goodwin, did then and there fail to attend and successfully complete the Bexar County's CSCD's Substance Abuse Intensive Outpatient Treatment Program, in that the defendant was unsuccessfully discharged from the program in violation of condition number 17.
To that violation of condition number 17, how do you plead, true or not true?
It's true.
All right. Are you
We'll
waiving
waive the remaining violations?
Okay. I need you to understand that based on your plea of true alone would be sufficient for me to enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke your community supervision. And what was the range of punishment on this offense? Is it a third?
I'm looking, Judge, because I believe they put it down. 1 moment.
Okay.
Actually, Your Honor, they did. It is a second.
Oh,
And
it's
I
a second.
it that way. Mhm.
Okay. In that case, Ms. Goodwin, based on your plea of true, the court could enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke your community supervision. You could receive a justice and up to $10,000 fine. Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
You cut out halfway through it.
All right. Since this is a second-degree felony based on your plea of true, the court could enter a finding of guilt, revoke your community supervision, and sentence you to 20 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that that's what could happen to you here today?
Yes.
Understanding that, then, do you still wish to enter your plea of true?
Yes.
Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, we're asking the court to deny the motion, continue her on her deferred adjudication, extend her for 2 additional years because we are going to want a felony drug court referral.
All right. Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have an alternative set of conditions that you want in the off chance that she's not accepted into the drug court?
Well, Your Honor, probation had recommended SATIF,
Okay.
but they did not want to agree to that.
Okay. Well, I think probably what should happen then, I mean, I'll go along with that. I'm going to go ahead and deny the motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. I'm going to continue on deferred. I will extend it for 2 years, and I'm more than happy to sign the felony drug court referral. On the off chance that she is not accepted, though, we can either then come back for a subsequent hearing to see what should take the place of the drug court referral, or I can order in the alternative that she's going to go to SATIF. And also, in the meantime, while we're waiting to find out about the felony drug court, I want her to submit to weekly UAs for 1 month and see how that goes. If they're all negative, or, as long as there's no I don't know, dilutes, missed UAs, as long as they're negative, then that's fine. But if there's some positive UAs that indicate a problem, I'm not sure, she probably would need an updated TAP evaluation.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Judge, just one more thing. I apologize. I had another screen open, but I was originally correct. It was originally charged as a second degree, but they put it down to a third. So I understand that we're agreeing to deny, but in terms of her admonishment, I was incorrect.
Okay, so Ms. Goodwin, just so you know, actually pled to the third degree felony. So if in the event at some point you are revoked on this case, I want to remind you that you could receive up to 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do understand.
All right. All right. So if there's a problem with the UAs and we're ordering a TAP and she's going to follow those recommendations. I know there's several tracks going at once. The best alternative would be drug court, but I don't know if she's going to get in there or not. So we need to do the updated TAP and see what's going on. And she's to follow those recommendations if she doesn't get into drug court. Is that clear, or did I just muddy everything up?
No, Your Honor, I think
Is that good?
Judge.
Yes. All right, very good then. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Norma, is there something I need to do for that referral?
Just wait here. She needs to talk to Rebecca.
Okay.
So just wait.
And they'll probably need to send me a referral form for my signature, I'm thinking. Okay. Norma, what was it that I was going to print up and send to you? Do you remember?
The pretrial violation report, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, it looks like we are done.
Okay. I'll just check for things that need signatures and
Do you want me to go ahead and stop the live stream?
yes, please.